breakfast smoothie with berries and Greek yogurt. You don't have to say, "So long," to smoothies for breakfast, even if you have type 2 diabetes. The key is to make sure it's a balanced smoothie, with protein and fiber, and that it's relatively low in sugar. Moderation is key, so stick to a small glass. Take this Very Berry Smoothie recipe from Jill Weisenberger, RDN, CDCES, of Yorktown, Virginia, the author of Diabetes Weight Loss Week by Week. What I love about this smoothie, besides that it's delicious, is that it's packed with protein just from the Greek yogurt. No protein powders needed, she says. Each 1.5 cup serving of this smoothie offers a whopping 22 grams of protein, with 30 grams of carbs and 5 grams of fiber. Plus, because the recipe has just 4 ingredients, yogurt, frozen berries, a good way to get fiber, sweetener of your choice, optional, and milk, makes it a perfect breakfast when you're in a rush. It's fast and even portable, and all the ingredients are something you'd have at home or that are easy to substitute, adds Weisenberger. 2. Whole wheat blueberry muffins with a protein-rich side. Baked goods like muffins don't have to be off the table if you have diabetes, especially if you whip up a batch of whole wheat blueberry muffins like these from Vinci Sui, RDN, who's based in Calgary, Alberta. A common myth about diabetes is that sugar and carbs need to be avoided in order to manage blood sugars, says Sui. Combining higher glycemic index foods with protein-rich foods in a meal can help lower your glycemic load, keeping blood sugar and energy levels stable, she says. The glycemic index (GI) measures how certain foods affect blood glucose, sugar levels, according to Johns Hopkins. GI accounts both for how high the food raises blood sugar levels and for how long after your meal. All foods are ranked from 1 to 100, and foods seen as high on the GI greater than 70 increase blood sugar quicker than those considered low, less than 55, Johns Hopkins notes. Meanwhile, the glycemic load (GL) is another metric that some healthcare professionals believe offers a more accurate picture of how a food impacts your glucose numbers than GI, according to Harvard Medical School. It takes into account not just the GI but also glucose per serving. So, watermelon has a GI of 80, which is considered high, but because one serving has so few carbs, the GL for watermelon would be 5, which is low. Still, the food you eat does not stand alone. People often group foods together, which in some cases can have a positive impact on the GL, according to Johns Hopkins. For example, they say that if you eat plain bread, your glucose afterward isn't the same as when you eat bread with peanut butter, which provides protein, 3.55 grams per tablespoon, notes the USDA. Sui recommends combining a high-fiber muffin like this one with Greek yogurt, for a yummy take on a parfait, a slice of cheese, or a hard-boiled egg for a quick, satisfying and diabetes-friendly breakfast. If you're opting for yogurt, reach for the non-fat, plain Greek variety to cut down on total fat and help regulate your weight. A 150 grams container of non-fat, plain Greek yogurt provides 15.3 grams of protein, according to the USDA. Last, keep in mind that each muffin alone has a little over 27 grams of carbs. 3. Whole grain cereal with oatmeal, egg, and ground flaxseed. Hot or cold, the right cereal makes a great breakfast. Oatmeal, for example, can either be a super bland, boring breakfast that leaves you hungry an hour later, or, done right, it can be delicious and satisfying, says Ann Mani, MPH, RDN, of Alexandria, Virginia, creator of the website Fantastic Food. This high-protein oatmeal recipe has staying power, and is made diabetes-friendly by the addition of protein from eggs and milk and healthy fat from ground flaxseed, both of which will help keep your blood sugar more stable and also keep you full for longer. You heard that right, the oatmeal recipe calls for eggs, which gives the bowl 13 grams of protein per serving, says Mani. What's more, the flaxseed provides a nice helping of fiber. When eaten alone, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed provides 1.91 grams of fiber, which is 7% of the daily value (DV). It also ramps up your protein intake, with 4 grams per 2 tablespoon serving, notes the USDA. Your carb tally per serving will be 36 grams. Oatmeal made with eggs and ground flaxseed might seem complicated, but all you have to do is add the ingredients, there are only 6, in a pot on the stovetop, and cook while stirring for 5 minutes. It's that easy. 4. Vegetarian eggs and lentils on toast. The old standby breakfast of scrambled eggs and toast can be a healthy way to start the day. And you can mix it up somewhat and still have a diabetes-friendly meal. Try this vegetarian lentils and egg toast dish from Amy Gorin, RDN, who's based in Jersey City, New Jersey. You get a sunny side-up egg on each slice of toast. That egg, in addition to the lentils, provides satiating protein to keep you fuller for longer and keep your blood sugar levels stable, says Gorin. According to the USDA, one large egg contains 6.4 grams of protein, in addition to 231 micrograms mcg of lutein and zeaxanthin. These nutrients are associated with eye health, which is a particular concern for people with diabetes, Gorin adds. Past research supports this. As for the lentils, this vegetarian staple is associated with a lower risk for diabetes and better diabetes management, thanks to their hypoglycemic effect, according to a review published in November 2017 in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences. Each serving of the recipe has about 60 grams of carbs and 20 grams of fiber, which is about 71% your DV, Gorin says. You're also scoring a satisfying 25 grams of protein in total per serving. 5. Mushroom freezer breakfast burritos. Craving a breakfast burrito? You're in luck. Not only is this a favorite simple to whip up, but it has all the makings of a diabetes-friendly breakfast. This mushroom breakfast burrito is full of protein and fiber, 2 nutrients that contribute to blood sugar control, says Natalie Rizzo, RDN, of Nutrition à la Natalie, in New York City. You'll get 20 grams of protein from the eggs and cheese, says Rizzo, plus the recipe has 4 grams of fiber. The mushrooms provide you with other nutrients, like vitamin D and B vitamins, for Rizzo and the USDA. According to the NIH, vitamin D helps regulate mood, promotes bone health, and may even boost immunity. Meanwhile, B vitamins have a variety of functions, from helping generate red blood cells and form brain and nerve cells, to protecting the heart and supporting healthy pregnancies, notes Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. The combination of eggs, mushrooms, and goat cheese creates a savory, umami taste that will make you crave this breakfast burrito every day, Rizzo says. The best part? Make a batch ahead of time and stick them in the freezer for a quick microwavable healthy breakfast on the go, she says. Each burrito has 28 grams of carbs. 6. Bagel thins with nut butter, banana, and chia seeds. Bagels and diabetes-friendly aren't two concepts that usually go together, but this flavorful spin on the New York staple, from Family Food on the Table founder and editor Catherine Doherty, makes it possible. Take a whole wheat mini bagel, top it with nut butter and banana slices, and add a sprinkle of chia seeds and a drizzle of honey. It's that easy to make. Don't worry about the sugar in the honey, as long as you enjoy it in moderation and consider how this breakfast fits into your broader carb budget. Maple syrup and honey may be included in your diet, but it is important to be mindful of how much you're adding and how they fit into your specific meal plan, says Al Bochi. If those sweeteners don't fit into your plan, sprinkle a bit of cinnamon or a sugar substitute that won't pose the risk of a blood sugar spike. The protein from the almond butter and chia seeds, and the fiber from the whole wheat bagel and banana, make this a balanced meal. You're getting over 1 gram of fiber from the banana alone, according to the USDA. One mini bagel, one serving, weighs in at around 48 grams of carbohydrates. Enjoy this recipe when you have a bread craving but want something more satisfying, and less carb-laden, than a traditional bagel. A typical plain large bagel has a whopping 70 grams of carbohydrates, according to the USDA. 7. No-bake blueberry almond energy bites. For a breakfast you can eat on the run, Grab a hearty handful of whole, raw almonds and a small serving of low glycemic index fruit, such as berries, a peach, an apple, or an orange. If you want to take the basic fruit and nuts combination to the next level, try these no-bake blueberry almond energy bites from Blair Lonergan, creator of the Seasoned Mom blog. With only 5 simple ingredients: chopped almonds, dried blueberries, old-fashioned oats, almond butter, and salt, they're super simple to make. Plus, they're portable for breakfast in a hurry days. Pop them in a Ziploc bag and take them with you on your morning commute. With only 10 grams of carbs and 2 grams of protein per serving, you'll be able to kick off your morning right. In this case, don't worry about the dried fruit. According to the ADA, dried fruit is a nutritious choice for you, but it's still all about moderation. These bites aren't overloaded with dried blueberries, plus, they're combined here with the protein from the almonds, which lowers the glycemic load of this breakfast. 8. Mini corn, cheese, and basil frittatas. You can make these flavor-packed frittatas ahead of time and store them in the fridge for on-the-go breakfasts, says Frances Largeman Roth, RDN, a nutrition and wellness expert in Brooklyn, New York, and the author of Eating in Color. There's more good news. The mini frittatas make a great breakfast for anyone, but they're an especially good pick for diabetics, because they have about 6 grams of protein in each one and are low in carbs, she says. That means there's room left over to add some high-fiber fruit to your meal, such as berries. While starchy carbs pose a greater risk of raising blood sugar than non-starchy carbs, you can still enjoy them in moderation. Corn, along with green peas, sweet potatoes, and pumpkin fall into the starchy carbs category that the ADA notes are in the "eat more of these" category. Conversely, non-starchy carbs are in the "eat most of these" category. Not only do you get fiber from the corn, but you also score antioxidants like carotenoids, lutein and zeaxanthin, according to the Mayo Clinic. And as for those carbohydrates, one serving of these egg bites has only about 5.2 grams, making this a super, low-carb way to start your day. 9. White cheddar zucchini muffins. Did your registered dietitian tell you it's important to fit more veggies into your meals? Here's an easy way to do that. White cheddar zucchini muffins. It's a satisfying option that can easily be made ahead for a quick and easy breakfast, says Marissa Moore, RDN, a culinary and integrative dietitian in Atlanta. Another perk. They're made with almond flour, which helps pump up the protein. For the USDA, you'll get 10 grams in each serving, 1 muffin as a serving. You'll also get only 5 grams of carbs, plus 2 grams of fiber. On the zucchini front, the ADA puts this veggie on its list of the non-starchy vegetables they encourage people with diabetes to eat more of. Plus, zucchini is low in carbohydrates. With 1/8 of a small zucchini per serving, you're getting less than half a gram carbs from the zooks, according to the USDA. Bonus. You can put together these gluten-free and ketogenic diet-friendly muffins in a blender, so you won't have a sink full of tools to scrub down when you're finished. 10. Scallion grits with shrimp. Feel free to embrace this classic Southern breakfast, shrimp and grits, which is diabetes-friendly, says Maya Feller, Road, of Brooklyn, New York, the author of the Southern Comfort Food Diabetes Cookbook, over 100 recipes for a healthy life. This is especially true when you stick to the CDC recommended 1/2 cup or less. Her recipe calls for corn grits and savory scallions, and uses fat-free milk. If you don't have grits in your pantry, Feller suggests using quinoa, for a protein-packed switch. A 1/4 cup serving of quinoa provides 2+ g of protein, in the serving size for this dish, according to the USDA, and about 1 gram of fiber. The combination of protein and fiber is a winning one for people with diabetes because, according to Massachusetts General Hospital, protein takes longer to digest than carbs, thereby acting as a steadying influence on blood sugar levels. The recipe has 25 grams of carbs per serving, 1/4 cup grits and 4 to 5 shrimp each, and 20 grams of protein, says Feller.